As a doctor specializing in senior health for over 20 years, I've discovered something remarkable. There are 7 specific foods that can make a huge difference in how seniors feel and function every day. I've seen incredible improvements in my patients' energy, memory, and overall health when they add these foods to their diet. Today, I'm sharing exactly what these foods are and how they can help you stay healthy and independent longer. If you're watching this, I'd love to know what city you're from. Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more practical health advice that really works. Now, let's dive into these powerful foods that should be on your plate every day. 1. Fatty fish, the brain and heart protector. Let's start with the most powerful food I recommend to all my senior patients: fatty fish. As a doctor, I've found that salmon, mackerel, and sardines are absolute game changers for brain and heart health. Here's why this matters so much. After age 65, your brain needs extra protection, and the omega-3 fatty acids in these fish are exactly what it needs. Let me break this down in simple terms. The DHA and EPA in fatty fish are like premium fuel for your brain. They help maintain sharp memory and clear thinking, which is crucial as you age. I often tell my patients that eating fatty fish twice a week is one of the best investments they can make in their cognitive health. But it's not just about the brain. These same omega-3s are incredibly powerful for your heart. They help maintain healthy blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and keep your arteries flexible. This is especially important because heart health becomes more critical with each passing year. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Fish can be expensive. Here's what I tell my patients on a budget. Frozen salmon portions are just as nutritious and much more affordable. Canned sardines and mackerel are excellent options too. They're not just budget-friendly, they're also convenient and have a long shelf life. Here's my practical advice. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week. A serving is about the size of your palm, around 4 to 6 ounces. If you're not used to eating fish, start with milder tasting options like salmon. You can bake it with a little lemon and olive oil for an easy, delicious meal. For those who really can't eat fish, talk to your doctor about fish oil supplements. But remember, whole fish provides additional nutrients like protein and vitamin D that are especially important for seniors. I've seen remarkable improvements in my patients who regularly eat fatty fish. Their memory tests often show better results, and many report feeling more mentally alert. Their cardiovascular checkups typically show improvements too. Remember, it's never too late to start incorporating these beneficial foods into your diet. Even small changes, like adding fatty fish to your meals twice a week, can make a significant difference in your health and quality of life. 2. Berries, nature's anti-aging medicine. Next on my list is something I call nature's anti-aging medicine: berries. After years of researching and working with senior patients, I can tell you that blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are some of the most powerful foods for keeping your mind and body young. Let me tell you why berries are so special. They're packed with antioxidants, which I explain to my patients as your body's natural defense system against aging. These antioxidants protect your brain cells and help keep your memory sharp. In my practice, I've reviewed numerous brain scans, and the difference in brain health between seniors who regularly eat berries and those who don't is quite remarkable. Here's what makes berries particularly valuable for seniors. They're excellent for heart health, help maintain healthy blood pressure, and even support better blood sugar control. Plus, they're perfect for weight management because they're low in calories but high in fiber, helping you feel satisfied without overeating. Don't worry about cost. Frozen berries are just as healthy as fresh ones and often more affordable. I tell my patients to keep bags of frozen berries in their freezer year-round. They last longer and are perfect for adding to morning oatmeal or afternoon smoothies. Here's my practical recommendation. Aim for 1 cup of berries daily. It's easier than you might think. Add them to your breakfast cereal. Blend them in a smoothie or enjoy them as a natural dessert. If you're watching your sugar intake, berries are one of the best fruit options because they're lower in sugar compared to many other fruits. For the best results, mix different types of berries. Each color provides different beneficial compounds for your body. And here's a tip many don't know. Berries actually become more nutritious when you pair them with other healthy foods on this list, especially nuts or fatty fish. 3. Eggs, the complete protein package. Now, let's talk about one of the most misunderstood foods that I constantly recommend to my senior patients: eggs. For years, many of you might have avoided eggs due to cholesterol concerns. As a doctor, I need to set the record straight. Eggs are actually one of the best foods for healthy aging. Let me explain why eggs are so special for seniors. They contain the highest quality protein you can find, which is crucial for maintaining your muscle strength. After age 65, your body needs more protein to prevent muscle loss, and eggs deliver this protein in a form that's easy for your body to use. Just 2 eggs provide the same amount of protein as a small piece of chicken. What makes eggs truly remarkable is their brain-boosting power. They're rich in choline, a nutrient that helps keep your memory sharp. I often tell my patients that having an egg for breakfast is like giving your brain its morning fuel. They also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 compounds that protect your eyesight, another crucial benefit as we age. Here's what I love about eggs from a practical standpoint. They're affordable, easy to prepare, and incredibly versatile. You can hard-boil several at once for quick snacks throughout the week. If you have arthritis and struggle with cooking, scrambled eggs take just minutes to prepare and require minimal effort. My recommendation is simple. Aim for 1 to 2 eggs daily, unless your doctor has specifically advised otherwise. Don't toss the yolk. It contains most of the nutrients your body needs. For the best results, pair your eggs with vegetables. A morning omelet with spinach or peppers gives you an excellent combination of protein and vitamins. Remember, eggs are no longer the cholesterol villains they were once thought to be. Current research shows they can actually help maintain healthy cholesterol levels when eaten as part of a balanced diet. They're truly one of nature's most perfect foods for seniors. 4. Leafy greens, the foundation of health. The next powerful food I recommend to all my senior patients is something many people overlook: leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. As a doctor, I consider these vegetables the foundation of a healthy diet, especially for seniors. What you eat impacts how well you age, and leafy greens are absolute superstars for healthy aging. I want to focus on why these greens are particularly crucial after age 65. First, they're packed with vitamin K, which helps keep your bones strong. This is especially important because bone density naturally decreases with age. Just 1 cup of cooked spinach provides more vitamin K than your body needs for an entire day. Another remarkable benefit of leafy greens is their impact on eye health. They contain specific nutrients that protect your vision, something I know is a major concern for many of my senior patients. These same nutrients also help protect your brain, potentially reducing the risk of memory problems as you age. Now, let me share some practical tips I give my patients about eating more greens. If you find raw greens too tough to chew or digest, try them lightly steamed. This actually helps your body absorb the nutrients better. For easier preparation, buy pre-washed bags of greens. You can even use frozen spinach, which is just as nutritious and often more affordable. Here's my simple recommendation. Try to include 1 cup of leafy greens in your diet every day. Add them to your morning eggs, toss them in soups, or blend them into smoothies with berries. If you're taking blood thinners, don't worry. You can still eat greens. Just keep the amount consistent and let your doctor know. Remember, the darker the green, the more nutrients it contains. If you're new to leafy greens, start with milder tasting ones like spinach. You can gradually work your way up to stronger flavored options like kale. 5. Nuts and seeds. Brain boosting. Powerhouses. Let me share something I tell all my senior patients about brain health. Nuts and seeds are like premium fuel for your mind. After decades of practicing medicine, I've found that almonds, walnuts, and seeds like pumpkin and chia are among the most powerful foods for keeping your brain sharp and your heart healthy. Let's talk about walnuts first. They're shaped like tiny brains for a good reason. They're rich in omega-3 fats, similar to what we find in fatty fish, making them excellent for memory and focus. I often recommend a small handful of walnuts to patients who notice their memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. Almonds and pumpkin seeds deserve special attention too. They're packed with magnesium, a mineral that many seniors lack. This mineral helps with sleep quality and muscle function, 2 common concerns I hear about in my practice. Plus, these nuts and seeds provide healthy fats that help your body absorb other important nutrients from your meals. Now, I know some of you might worry about nuts being high in calories. Here's my practical advice. Stick to a small portion, about a 1/4 cup daily. That's roughly what fits in your palm. Store them in small containers or snack bags to avoid overeating. If you find whole nuts hard to chew, try sliced almonds or chopped walnuts instead. Here's a money-saving tip I share with my patients. Buy nuts and seeds in bulk when they're on sale and store them in the freezer. This keeps them fresh for months and saves you money in the long run. For the best value, look for raw, unsalted varieties. You can always add a pinch of salt if needed. Try sprinkling them on your morning oatmeal, adding them to yogurt, or keeping a small container in your bag for a quick energy boost. Just remember to chew them well, or choose ground versions if you have dental concerns. 6. Whole grains, energy for active living. Now, let me address something I discuss daily with my senior patients: the importance of having steady energy throughout the day. This is where whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice become absolutely essential. As a doctor, I've seen remarkable differences in energy levels when seniors switch from refined grains to whole grains. The reason is simple. Whole grains provide slow-releasing energy that keeps your blood sugar stable. Think of it like a steady burning fire instead of a quick flash. I've noticed that my patients who eat whole grains regularly report feeling more energetic and experience fewer afternoon energy crashes. Here's what's particularly important for seniors. Whole grains are rich in fiber, which helps maintain healthy digestion, a common concern in my practice. They also contain B vitamins that support brain function and help your body produce energy from other foods you eat. Let me share some practical tips. Start your day with old-fashioned oatmeal instead of instant varieties. It has more fiber and nutrients. If you're not used to whole grains, begin gradually. Mix brown rice with white rice, then slowly increase the proportion of brown rice. For those watching their gluten intake, quinoa is an excellent option. It's also higher in protein than most grains. The key is portion control. I recommend about half a cup of cooked whole grains per meal. That's enough to provide energy without overdoing it. If you're worried about cooking time, here's a tip. Make a larger batch and refrigerate portions for later use. Many of my patients prepare their grains for the week on Sunday. 7. Legumes, the forgotten superfood. Finally, let me share what I consider the most underrated superfood for seniors: legumes. I'm talking about lentils, beans, and chickpeas. As a doctor, I'm always surprised how few of my patients regularly eat these protein powerhouses. They're not just good for your health, they're also incredibly budget-friendly. Let me tell you why legumes are so important as you age. They're packed with protein, which helps maintain your muscle strength, but without the saturated fat found in many meat products. This makes them especially valuable if you're watching your cholesterol or trying to maintain a healthy weight. In my practice, I've seen significant improvements in patients' cholesterol levels when they include legumes in their regular diet. The fiber in legumes is another crucial benefit. It helps keep your digestive system running smoothly and helps control blood sugar levels, particularly important if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. Plus, legumes are rich in iron, which many seniors, especially women, tend to be low in. Here's my practical advice for adding legumes to your diet. Start with just half a cup, 3 times a week. If you're worried about gas or bloating, here's a doctor's tip. Start with lentils, which are easier to digest than beans. Always rinse canned beans thoroughly, and if using dried beans, soak them overnight. For easy meals, keep canned chickpeas or black beans in your pantry. Add them to soups, salads, or mash them for an easy spread. One of my favorite recommendations is to make a big batch of lentil soup and freeze portions for quick, healthy meals throughout the week. As your doctor, I can tell you that healthy aging isn't about complicated diets or expensive supplements. These 7 foods, fatty fish, berries, eggs, leafy greens, nuts and seeds, whole grains, and legumes, are your foundation for better health. Start by adding just 1 or 2 of these foods to your daily meals. Every small change makes a difference. I've seen countless patients transform their health by following these simple recommendations. Remember, it's never too late to make better food choices. Your future self will thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might benefit from this information.